Time is a-wasting. Said 5 minutes. It was a half hour before the sun went down. You alive?
Will you ease up, you grouch? I'll be out in a second. All right. Do I look okay? Wow. You look really nice for a grouch.
No wonder they call this place paradise.
Guys, excuse me. Come on, we're gonna go now, all right? Now, Ace is down in the casino surveillance room. And Cameron, you know that she's under the name of Olivia Fisher now,
Yeah.
right? Why don't you give me your cover story one more time just so we're on the same page?
Reggie Butler.
And I'm his sister, Daisy.
Kansas Butlers. You know, oil, steel, coal, substandard urban house.
Oh, yeah, Daddy really put the law in the slumlord, didn't he?
Oh, okay, that sounds great, but I think it's a little too complicated. Let's just stay with old money, okay? How about that?
Yeah, money that old money bags never let us get our hands on while he was alive, huh?
Good, perfect. A couple innocents abroad, you know, incredibly rich, incredibly naive. I think that's gonna work.
And I've got the brains of the family.
Yeah, pretty much sums up the family, don't you think?
Your Mark just strolled in the casino again. You better get down there before she finds another sucker.
Well, that's our cue, Reg. You ready?
Well, enable, Daisy.
Oh, come on, will you guys please stop with the jokes? This is serious business. All right, please, let's just go over it one more time, all right? Step 1, you guys get Olivia to sucker you into one of her cons. Step 2, we catch her in the act. Step 3, we give her a choice. She either gets her freedom or she gives us a videotaped confession citing Dorian Lord as a motivating force behind her sabotage of Buchanan Enterprises, all right? I gotta remind you one more time that the woman down there is good. Hopefully not too good.
No problem, Cordero.
Yeah, we're the team that got $50 million from Carlo Hepburn.
I would not bring that fiasco up if I were you, Maggie. It gives me bad vibes.
Daisy?
Reggie.
Cord, I never thought I'd live to see the day that I would put money on the son of Wingate Holden, not to mention an ex-nun. This had better work, you hear?
Ace, it's gonna work.
Now, honey, I'm the guy who sets up the table every year at New Year's for our poker party.
And every year you do it wrong.
Oh, really? You could cut me a little slack. I'm also the guy who stopped an assassin's bullet.
Well, I was... Did... It's been a pretty bad year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Rachel disappearing.
All the business with Carlo Hesser.
Rachel recovering.
Drew coming back to town.
Bringing his mother.
Hey.
I kind of look forward to 1997 being a very, very boring year.
Here's to a very dull New Year's, honey.
Cheers to absolutely nothing.
Hip, hip, hooray.
I didn't hear that.
Must have been the wind.
I'll get it. Don't lose your place. I think you're right about there. Right there. Well, you're certainly prompt, Hank.
Yeah, well, you certainly took your time opening that door. Woman, it is cold out there. That's the good news. But the bad news is this. Forensics has identified the palm print on Andy's gun. It's Antonio's.
Antonio, you can open up. It's me.
I'm coming.
Thank you. Hey, look what I got. Got a bottle of sparkling cider. Must have been the last one in Angel Square. We should toast the new year before I have to go back to work. Tony, what's wrong? You look like you just saw a ghost.
Now, Cord said that this Olivia is drop-dead gorgeous. So far, I haven't seen anyone fitting that description.
Present company is good.
Please, thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll have to go to the casino after all. Make contact.
Are you sure that's all right? I mean, I can hear the chips clacking away in there.
Hey, well, let them clack. I've got my eye on the prize. What?
Well, it's true. The rich are really different from you and me.
Yeah, they got a lot more money. But listen, there's something you and I have that the richest man in the world doesn't have.
A job to do. We gotta get our story straight for when we cross paths with Olivia. Let's take Daddy dear, for instance. What was he like?
Well, hey, Butler family's your idea. I say you two take the first shot at him.
Oh, I think he would have liked to. Let's see. I think Daddy was an arrogant, self-righteous, hypocritical know-it-all who made his children feel inadequate.
No, Maggie, are we talking about Daisy's father here, right?
Sorry, that kind of sneaked up on me.
Yeah. Freud would have understood.
I guess it's just these surroundings. I can just imagine if my father saw me in this hotel lobby in this $2,000 dress.
He'd say you're beautiful. And if he didn't, I'd say he's nuts.
I guess I wasn't really cut out for this Valve poverty stuff, huh? Max, I think that's her. My God, did she put that dress on, or did it just grow on her?
All right, this is it. Showtime. Hit it.
Reggie, I think it's about time you took some blackjack lessons, don't you?
Such as?
Well, such as lesson one, the object of the game is to win, not to make the dealer laugh in your face.
I don't understand it. I had a perfect system.
Oh, it was perfect. You lost a lot more than you won. Now, what would Daddy say if he knew you were going through our inheritance like that, Reggie?
Hey, say that suffering builds character. So, hey, I lost a few thousand down there. If that ain't suffering, I don't know what is.
Well, at this rate.
Now, you could chain me that blackjack table for the next 6 months, and I could lose every single hand. I wouldn't even put a dent in the old family fortune.
Well, I'd rather you lost it at the casino than in those silly little investments of yours. Now, that's a dent even our business managers noticed.
Yeah, stupid bean counters.
Yeah? And how many beans have you lost lately?
Oh, $500,000, give or take.
Give or take what?
Give or take $500,000.
Like they say, honey, they're only beans.
Venture capital, Daisy. See, nothing ventured, nothing gained. See, that's where the old man never got it right, and that's why I'll always be a much better businessman than he was.
I am so glad we inherited a large fortune rather than a small one.
Me too.
It's no surprise that Antonio's prints are on Andy's gun. They lived together for months.
Yeah, well, I heard that line from Andy.
Line?
Reasonable doubt, Hank. That's how the jury will put it. Oh, yeah. If they think that he was using the gun for a nutcracker.
Oh, for goodness sake, they'd buy that more than they'd buy murder one. You can't convict someone on a palm print and a bad attitude, Hank, and you know it.
All right. So the evidence isn't complete. Yet. But look, I've been doing this for a long time, all right? And I've got to tell you, I haven't gotten this much on a suspect without the rest of it falling into place sooner or later. This case is going against Antonio Vega. And we'd all better start preparing ourselves for it.
The print they found on your gun. It's mine, isn't it?
I can't talk about it. I'm sorry.
Saying nothing's as good as saying yes. I'm dead. Between the palm print and Carlos' will.
Wait a minute. What will?
Oh, Hank didn't tell you? Carlos' will turned up, and I'm in it for the biggest chunk of his estate.
What?
Yeah. I'm gonna be one rich man. I'm gonna be able to spend all kinds of money in prison.
Cordero, getting me dizzy.
I'm sorry. I'm just going a little crazy, wondering how things are going down there, that's all.
Now, I know what's got you wound up, Cordero. You couldn't believe Dorian Lord could sting you with the oldest trick in the world. Even my daddy told me to keep my eye out for a lot of curves, snakes, women, even a shortcut to El Paso. Wait, where you going?
I'm going downstairs. I'm going to find out exactly what's happening down there.
No, you're going to sit tight. If that hustling chick of ours ever spots you, the scan is dead.
Asa, please. I know what I'm doing.
Since when?
Oh, Reggie, I'm gonna go get a drink. Would you like something?
Well, I might actually.
Why don't you join me? Later, Reggie. I'll see you later.
May I get you something from the bar?
Yeah, could I get a Chardonnay, please?
Miss, how about another, but make it a double. Save yourself a trip. I always like to save you girls a trip. Lady, you okay? Your neck.
Oh, that. No, I must pulled my neck while I was playing
Tennis.
backgammon.
Oh. Are you here alone?
No, I'm here with my brother Reggie.
Oh, then you must be pretty bored.
Yeah, I'm just bored to tears.
Yes. Well, yes, I know it's short notice, but a lot of opportunities are like that. You've got to move fast or they're gone forever. All right. Yes, I know, I understand, really. Well, of course, there's some risk involved. 2,000% return on your investment. Well, a lot of people don't have the guts, let's say, for it. I guess I'll just have to keep my eye out for those who do.
Not much of a vacation for you, is it?
Vacation? What's that? No. This business is moving much too fast for me to enjoy anything like that. I haven't had a real vacation in 3 years.
Wow. Must be hard for your boyfriend, you know.
Boyfriend? What's that?
Really?
It's the price of success, I guess. I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I end up alone on New Year's Eve. But I'm sure you don't have that problem. You must be here with someone.
Well, yes and no. See, I'm here with my sister, so it's like all the disadvantages of being alone with none of the advantages. Reggie Butler, Kansas City.
Olivia Fisher.
Fisher. Catch anything lately?
The minute you sat down, I said to myself, there is a real people person. Yeah, and that's my kind of people. People.
Good. That's good. Hey, what are you doing here? Lester.
I thought we'd check out this conspiracy we're working on.
Conspiracy?
So what's going on? What's happening? Has she taken the bait?
Reggie, you can't be serious.
Just like the good old days. What's 6 more years in prison?
Hey, come on. Hank doesn't have near enough evidence for an arrest, and what he's got now is circumstantial.
Stop it. Come on, Andy. I've been down this road before. I mean, even as I was running out of the pool hall that night, I was certain the truth would come out. It was self-defense. He attacked me. It was my blood or his. I told it to the drunk that night in the pen when the cops caught up with me. I screamed it at the bailiffs as they were dragging me out of the courtroom the day they sentenced me. I still said it to myself in my cell in Statesville, walking back and walking up and walking back and walking up. When they finally let me out, I must have walked around the world waiting for the truth. Well, at least now I won't go crazy waiting.
It's not the same.
It's exactly the same. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong color.
No, he doesn't have a case, not with what Hank has now.
Andy, what exactly happened that night when you found Carlo here?
I don't understand why you're asking me this. I've already told you.
Tell me again.
Okay, the whole thing happened like in a minute. I came in here, Carlo was here acting like he shouldn't be.
Doing anything?
Well, if he was done when I got here. And then I tried to haul him out, he tried to stop me. The next thing I know, I'm looking at you and Carlotta and waiting for the EMS guy to show up.
Where was he standing? What did he say?
Antonio, why are you asking me this? Oh, well, I work with emerging high-tech companies, you know, computers, cyberspace, that sort of thing. It's like investing in the future, literally. I mean, imagine if you'd have invested in the Wright brothers 100 years ago.
We did. Old great-granddad, he just loved aviation. He's quite a visionary.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking for someone with that kind of vision, that kind of drive.
That kind of cash?
And the willingness to use it. You can't just focus on the risk. No, you have to think about the fun of it, the profit.
The way I look at it, if there's enough profit, that's where the fun comes in. Unfortunately, I haven't had much of either lately.
Well, sometimes that just comes from, you know, knowing the right people.
You know, my old man used to say, it's who you know, but I knew him and never got me a damn thing.
Well, now you know me.
And you know lots of people.
I know everybody.
Not too well, I hope.
What's going on? Has she made Max an offer yet?
Yeah, I'll say she has. She's whispering in his ear. He's laughing. He's touching her. Oh, God.
What? Yeah, what?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sister Alba.
False alarm.
Yeah, a preview of coming attractions.
What's the matter, Maggie? You sound a little jealous.
I'm not jealous. What am I going to be jealous about?
There's nothing wrong with being jealous. It shows you care.
Look, forget it. It doesn't matter. I'm going down for the murder of Carlo Hesser. See, Hank Gannon can't afford to believe me. The press wants a killer, and they want a trial. If Hank Gannon doesn't give them one, then the press will eat him up.
No, it doesn't have to be that way. There's a lot I can do.
Don't do anything.
I can't just let this happen.
Andy, please, do what I want. Okay? Give up on this. And give up on me. It's only gonna make me feel worse if I take you down too.
You don't know that. Nobody does. Come on, you've got people that believe in you. You got Nora, you got Bo, you got your family. Me.
Yeah. I got you. I know. If only for tonight it would be enough. If loving you was freedom, it could put me in solitary, and I would still be the freest man in the world.
No, Hank, look, I think you're missing the point here. You do not have a witness. You have no evidence that puts Antonio Vega on the boat the night of the murder, and if you don't have that, what do you have? Carlo's will. And that'll prove that... No, you know what that proves? That proves that Antonio did exactly what the police asked him to do when he volunteered to work undercover. You'll say that under oath? Every word. I told Antonio, get close to Carlo, and that's exactly what he did. And he did it so well that Carlo decided to leave him the store. Now, we're going to penalize him for that? I did not see a preponderance of evidence here, Hank. I see bits, pieces.
Well, sometimes you need bits and pieces to put a case together, all right? I mean, it's kind of like an avalanche. You start off with a snowball. By the time it hits the bottom of the hill, boom. Got enough to bury somebody.
It's a little early to be burying people, Hank.
Oh, come on, look, Nora, I know that you and Bo, you feel protective of Antonio.
No, we're not protecting anybody. I'm just not trying to railroad somebody.
Look, I'm not trying to railroad Big, all right? I just haven't forgotten who the guy is. He didn't do time in Statesville for the Nobel Peace Prize. He beat a guy to death. No, justifiable homicide. Oh, come on, bro. You're talking.
And we went through the court.
You guys keep saying the same thing over and over.
I could hear you all down at the bottom of the driveway. What is going on?
So, have I got you interested yet?
Utterly.
You know what, Reggie? I'm going to make you a proposition. I actually shouldn't be doing this. It's a little illegal.
Well, we're both consenting adults. What's this?
This is the prospectus for Skylar Technologies. Their first public offering is going to be issued January 1st for $10 a share. At the close of that day, it'll be selling for well over $200. I can get you in on the ground floor.
And then where do I go from there? The basement?
Read the prospectus.
You know, I read a lot of these things lately, and you know what? Half of it's legal gobbledygook, the other half is like a funeral speech. It's nothing but the good stuff. Hey, what's with you?
Well, you're obviously not interested. I understand. But, it was nice meeting you. I'm sorry we couldn't work things out.
No, wait. I think you misunderstood me completely. Oh.
I did?
Yeah. Tell me more about this.
Well, let's see. I couldn't give you more than, say 10,000 shares. There's a lot of people after me about this. You know, they know a good thing when they see it.
Yeah, I bet they do. Let's see, 10,000 shares, $10 a share, sell for $200 a share. My God, that's a profit, $1,900,000.
That's so loud.
Well, then maybe we should discuss this someplace a little more private. My room.
Cars are coming this way. You gotta get out of here.
What? Olivia, you can't see me here. It's been lovely talking to you. Excuse me.
I'm gonna go tell Daisy I gotta take a powder. She's not getting out much lately. Been living like a nun recently.
Well, maybe you don't want to tell your sister about our little investment. Hey, why don't you make it a New Year's surprise?
You know, that is a terrific idea. I can't wait to see her face. You know, shows the old Midas touch hasn't left the family since old Dad died. Daisy! Sister, hey.
I'm sorry, Reggie. Talking to me.
Hi, yeah, who's this human being attached to a cocktail here?
Oh, who's this lovely person you're attached to?
Oh, pardon me. Olivia, Daisy, Olivia.
Hi.
We were just heading up to my
All
room.
righty, you have a great time. That's just so sweet.
Ready?
Willing and able.
Oh, my.
This one went to Mark.
Well, your sister seems to be coming out of her shell.
Yeah, and climbing into someone else's. Tell me all about that proposition.
Excuse me. What happened?
They left. They went up to his room.
What? I gotta call Lisa. Gotta get him out of there, otherwise he's gonna walk right in on him. This is great, but she's actually moving a lot faster than she normally does. We don't want to stop that.
We don't.
No.
Come on, maybe.
Alone at last.
Lester.
Have you got insurance?
I don't mean to be the teardrop spilling over your resentment. Don't intend to be the cry with which
your voice, your discontentment. I don't want to be a picture fading slowly from your memory. Don't intend to be the shadow simply darkening your passage. Only want to lose myself behind the mirror of your eyes. Be the only balm that soothes the secret passions in your life. Only want to lose my senses, lose your sorrow, calm this madness. Be the only one you count on to alleviate your sadness. Heal your heart and set it free. Tear down the walls that would surround you. I may hold you close to me, but these ties will never bind you. I don't mean to be the fire that's igniting your temptation. Don't intend to be the sword that runs you through with adoration. I don't want to be a whisper, my emotions wrapped in sadness. Don't intend to be the shout reminding you that time is priceless. Only want to be the wind.
No more talk about me giving up on you?
What's the use, huh? You won't listen.
No. Because I believe in you.
Yeah, well, that won't stop what's gonna happen. But it might make it easier when it does. So, I was wrong after all. This time is different from the last. I got you.
Now, really, is this the way to start off New Year's Eve? With a fight?
We were fighting, actually. It was...
Oh, Mom, you could have fooled me. I think it was about...
Work.
Yeah. Gannon Buchanan, just bringing their work home with them is an everyday party affair.
Okay, we got the idea. All right, fine. I'll tell you what. Rachel's right.
Yeah.
No more talking about it's New Year's Eve. We'll leave the office at the office. And... But would you help me in the kitchen? I need some help with rare delicacies.
Sure.
Thank you.
Fine.
Hi, Daddy.
Happy New Year.
Sure didn't sound like that when I came in.
Yeah, well, it was kind of getting pretty intense, huh? You know, it's this Hesser case.
No, it's not. It's you. Still hiding behind your desk.
From what?
From your personal life.
Come on. What personal life, huh? I mean, just a year ago, I was sitting over there with Sheila. I mean, even then, there were signs of trouble, and I was still able to ignore them. Now she's in London, we're divorced, and I'm alone.
And I'm chopped liver.
Well, no, I guess right now you are my personal life. And you're much more than I deserve. Hey.
Can I help you with anything, Mom?
Well, there's some more stuff on the counter if you wouldn't mind grabbing it.
Okay.
I'll help.
Hank seems to have calmed down.
Well, not me.
Why? Because he's so wrong about Antonio?
No, because he might be right. Honey, it doesn't matter how we feel about Antonio. This case is starting to make itself.
I can't believe Antonio would have killed Carlo Hesser.
I know. I don't want to believe that either, which is exactly why I want to talk to him right now.
Sorry. Hello?
Antonio, it's me. Listen, after New Year's, I thought maybe we could get together, have that private conversation that you wanted to have, but I was in no shape to hold up my end of it.
You pulling me in again?
Well, if that's the way you'd like to put it.
How many times do I got to go through this?
Until I get the truth or until I get bored. Whichever comes second.
Right. I'll be there.
What was that all about?
Bo. He, wants to talk after the holiday.
Well, great. Now maybe he can set Hank straight.
your friend.
Yeah. We'll see about that soon enough, won't we?
Wow. Nice room. Not to mention the view. So, you still interested?
In what?
Well, I thought we could start with the investment and move on from there.
I gotta call my sister. You know, it's her money, too. Really, she should be in on this right downstairs.
Well, that's up to you, isn't it, Reggie? I mean, you're Butler Industries, not Davy, not Daddy.
Right.
This is your chance to prove it.
I am captain of my universe. I am master of my soul. No one. I'm telling you from now on, no one tells Reginald Butler what to do.
Good for you, Reggie. Good for you.
What do I do now?
Well, why don't you make out that check for, what was that figure you came up with?
100,000?
That's right. I'll take care of all the legwork.
You bet you will.
And your shares will be safe in a vault in the Cayman Islands, and I will send them to you on New Year's Day. And until then, we could just seal the deal with a handshake.
I need a pen. What was the name of that company? What?
Skylar Technology.
That's Sky as in sky and whir as in whir?
That's right. No, but, you know what? Make the check out to me, though. We wouldn't want those folks in Washington to get nosy. Besides, it's not legal to trade stocks until Thursday anyway, remember?
Oh, we don't want the nasty old government getting involved, do we?
No more shares.
All they do is come between a man and his money.
Skylar Tech, you got that?
Yeah, I sure do. I'll put the call out right away.
Good. Finally, we got the goods on our little princess. By the way, where's my favorite ex-nun?
How come nobody has snapped you up? Where have you been hiding?
Well, I'm not a believe it or not.
You got a sense of humor.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, it's so polite.
That's cool. Where are you? Oh!
Get me the manager. The floor is broken. I can see the big difference.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh. Come on. Oh, please. Oh.
Okay, everyone. Rare delicacies. Now, Mom, you gotta tell me what the recipe is.
There are 2 ingredients. Cordless phone, handsome delivery boy.
Hank, thought you might want to know that I'm going to be talking to Antonio Vega.
Okay, everybody, please listen up. Ladies and gentlemen, no working signs front and rear.
Okay. Rachel's right. Okay? Enough of this job nonsense. Let's get down to the serious business of playing poker.
Oh, Mom? I don't really know how to play this game.
Well, that's all right, Rachel. It's okay. I'll teach you how. Did, bring your money with you?
Well, I just got paid. Am I gonna lose a lot of it?
Oh, no. We're just gonna have ourselves a little fun. straight.
Right on straight.
Yep.
Really?
Really.
Does that mean I win again?
Come on, baby, just take the money, all right? If you want a game, just take the money.
This is so cool. So much fun.
I wish you could play poker.
Did I say that?
Uh-huh. Looks like your daughter's been hanging out with my old man just a little too much, honey.
Oh, you know, last year, Carlotta. Now Rachel. Oh, maybe you and I should just stick to playing cards with the fellas, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm just kind of lucky, I guess.
Women. First we give them the boat, we teach them to play poker. Where does it end, Hank?
Oh, don't worry, darling. I'll always let you take out the garbage.
Ooh.
Not so fast.
How about bourbon and water? I got a double bourbon on the rocks.
You know, Lester, I promised you that I would dance with you, but it wasn't a slow dance, all right?
I am dancing so fast, the room is spinning.
Oh, God!
I thought you'd never get here. My plane landed at 4, and I waited and waited in my room. Oh, John, you look marvelous.
And you are so beautiful. Would you excuse me just 1 second? Would you go on ahead without me up to my room, take the bag, and I'm going to stay down here a little while.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
John, what is it? Is something wrong?
Oh, my dear God in heaven.
Antonio? Antonio?
Hey, no, my son. Why don't you get yourself something to eat and get out of the cold?
Thank you. Oh, God bless you. Happy New Year.